now.
No, okay, always driving. Do you ever drive around like them? You're more office-based.
Yes.
Mm.
Wait, I will go to live in YouTube.
Here's today's lesson. Okay, great. Okay, Mr. Swardi, how are you doing?
I'm fine, thank you, sir. And how are you?
Today I'm a bit tired. It's been a long day until now.
I see.
So also I was checking your homework. I mean,
yes,
yours
sir.
And also the other students' homework. But I couldn't finish before the lesson.
I've already done it.
Yeah, I'm talking that I was checking your
yes.
homework. I was doing my homework as a teacher.
Yes.
So let's wait for some other students.
Yes. Miss Putri coming.
What?
Wait.
So, Mr. Swardi, I've been one time in Indonesia, traveling for 2 months there, and I've been mainly in the main island. Let's see, where's Jakarta is in. How do you call that? Java. Java, right? Java.
Java.
I've been to Java and Bali. For next time in Indonesia, what do you suggest? Do you suggest Borneo, or do you suggest maybe Sulawesi, or what do you suggest,
Sulawesi.
What do you think is the best place to visit for a tourist?
As for me, for the best for tourists, maybe Java, because so many tourism.
Okay,
and
Java.
In Kalimantan, so it's very faster. One tourism and another is very fast, so it's difficult to travel there.
Okay. So Java is more equipped for travelers and for tourism. It's more organized. Okay, I see. Yeah, so that was my first trip. I will think actually where the next. Raisa, are you there? No, she just joined, but she's not there yet. Okay. And Mr. Swardi, have you ever traveled abroad?
Oh, yes, sir.
Where have you been?
At the time, I went to Singapore and Kuala Lumpur. And in our abroad, Bali and so many other places. And at the time, I went to Singapore together with the headmasters of SMK and SMA headmasters. So we are in group. And at the time, we had a meeting at Batam. So we don't directly go to Singapore, but we had a meeting or we had seminar in Batam at the hotel. After that, we went to Singapore. And the next day, we went to Kuala Lumpur and for 2 days, and then we went back to Batam, to Jakarta, and the last in Kalimantan.
Where's Batam? Where's Batam? Is that Indonesia, Malaysia?
Yes.
What is
yes.
Indonesia.
Indonesia.
Okay.
It's very close to Singapore.
Okay.
Very close to Singapore. Yes.
Because I remember I was in Kuala Lumpur as well. Then I took the bus from, I think, Kuala Lumpur, and then I went down. Then in Singapore, I arrived from Malaysia with the bus.
From Batam, we went by boat, and Singapore to Kuala Lumpur by bus, big bus.
Ah, I see. I didn't know that you could go with, by boat from Indonesia to Singapore. Ah, I see. And how long does it take?
Uh, just a week, sir.
A week?
A week.
Seven
Because
7 days?
7 days.
That's not just. That's very long.
No, because the main idea the
uh,
time is to have a meeting at Batam. So
mhm,
we don't expose to the government in Brau, but we went to Singapore. But the
mm,
government only know we were in Batam, sir.
mm,
So because we want to see also Singapore, many tourism there,
mm,
and then
right.
Kuala Lumpur also.
Okay, okay, great, Mr. Suardi. Nuraini, hello. Hello, Nuraini.
Hello, Miss. Yes,
I,
hello, Miss.
I was speaking
Mister,
with,
I'm sorry, my voice is
not
yes,
very,
my voice. What is very hard? It's because cold. I'm a cold.
okay, okay. Don't worry. I'll make
Yes,
you speak very few. You don't have to speak much. But today we have many speaking activities, I think. So, okay. So with Mr. Swarty, we were speaking about traveling abroad. Mr. Swarty visited Singapore, Kuala Lumpur, in Malaysia. What about you, Nuraini? Have you ever had the chance to travel abroad? Have you ever visited somewhere outside Indonesia?
yes. 2 years ago, I have traveling to Singapore
Mm-hmm.
and Malaysia also,
Ah,
and Thailand,
Thailand. Mm.
and also yes, Thailand and to
Okay.
Arabia, Saudi Arabia.
Also
Yes,
Saudi Arabia?
yes,
I see
yes.
many places. Many places. I can see so that Singapore and Malaysia are popular among Indonesians, I guess. Also because they are very
Because
close.
it's near from
Yeah,
Jakarta, just
right.
1 hour,
Mm-hmm,
one
mm-hmm.
hour
Just 1 hour away.
by plane.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. I see, I see. Great. Thank you, Nuraini. Pariati,
Yes,
hello.
thank you.
Hello, sir.
Hello. So I was trying to investigate where our students have been traveling. So both Mr. Swardi and Nuraini visit Singapore and Kuala Lumpur, Malaysia, and Nuraini visit quite a few places. What about you? Have you ever been outside Indonesia?
No, I never
Never.
go
Oh,
to.
always in Indonesia. And
Yes.
so when you have some free time, like holiday, where do you like to go in Indonesia? Do you like to stay in your city or do you like to visit maybe some places in Indonesia?
I go to Bandung,
Bandung?
mm,
Mm,
Magelang,
I don't know this city. Mhm.
and Bali.
Bali, of course. Mhm. So what do you like about Bali, Pariati?
I like I like in city. Sorry, in the sea.
The sea.
The
You like
sea.
the sea about Bali, of course, of course. Okay, great. What about Annie and Raisa? Do you like the sea of Bali? Do you go to Bali sometime? Raisa, we don't hear you. Also, Annie, you're both muted.
I had ever once to just
What,
once.
Raisa?
I ever been to Bali just once.
So I've been to Bali once. You don't need to put ever. I've been to Bali once. Okay, okay. And what do you like about? Do you like Bali? What do you like about Bali?
Same with Miss Variety, the sea and the beach.
The scenery, the seaside. Okay. What about the food, Ani? Do you like food from Bali?
I haven't go there. I'm sorry,
Ah,
Mister.
okay. So, Ani, have you ever been abroad or you always been in Indonesia?
Yes, I haven't go out of Indonesia also. So I just visit my family's home, and then I just in around Jakarta
Mm-hmm.
or West Java.
Ah, West Java. Okay.
Yes.
Because everything started because I was saying that I visited Java. I visited old Java. And I was wondering, next travel in Indonesia, where should I go? Should I go to Borneo? Should I go to Sulawesi? Should I go? Where should I go? What do you think, Kanye?
Maybe you can go to my hometown,
Okay, great. What's the name?
Sumedang.
Okay, if you can write it down in the chat, I will check that.
Yes, or you can also to Bogor because there's some beautiful view there, and then maybe in West Java or in Sumedang there's apa ya, air terjun apa ya? Maybe the other can translate air terjun or
Waterfall.
yeah,
Ah,
waterfall.
waterfall. Nice.
Yes, and then mountain.
Mm-hmm.
You can traveling there, and you can see a beautiful view there.
Okay, so it's more about hiking.
Yes,
Hiking.
hiking. I mean.
Okay, great. Okay, anyway, today we are not too many.
Mr. Leo?
Hello. Yes?
Mr. Leo,
Yes?
please. In order I don't forget my old
Yes.
journey or traveling to abroad or in our country. So I made one book like this.
One book?
So I made one book so I don't forget. So I
Funny
wrote
English.
all my journey here.
Really? Please, Mr. Swardi, send me a link.
Like
Also.
this, it is in Singapore.
Really? Incredible. Mr. Swardi, do you have that's just physical book? There is no link for saying like you don't sell that book, or do you sell the book?
So at the time I published many books, but I don't make a software, only physical. I have many books. There is also English for children, for elementary school.
I see. Okay, great. I can see Miss Putri. What happened to Miss Putri?
Hello, I'm back. The country girl is back.
You're old, so I don't know what happened. Did you just came out from shower or just very neat today?
Oh no, yeah. It's because my classes here.
Okay, so very neat.
So my bang, it's going over there, you know.
Okay, so
hello everyone.
So we are kind of late for the start of the lesson. I was waiting for more students. Anyway, we are enough, I guess, now. So, okay, let me take my presentation for today. So today, my plan was to, of course, keep reviewing, as I said, and actually today's review is about self-introduction again, but we will go a bit deeper in it. So, how are you doing? This is something that I always say. Sometimes people, students don't understand me, but this is another way to ask, how are you, right? How are you doing? I'm great. So you remember, for introducing yourself, we know several basic questions. Okay, so what's your name? How old are you? Where do you come from? Right? Until now, you know them all. Where do you live? Do you remember what do you do for a living?
Yes,
The
sir.
meaning of what do you do for a living? What's the meaning,
What's
Mr.
your
Suarli?
job?
Right. What's your job? Right. So it's how do you sustain yourself? Okay. Wait, there is the cat. Well, what? The cat is crying. I don't know why. Sorry if you hear a cat. Okay. So what do you do for a living? It's kind of what's your job? What do you do for sustaining yourself? Then which are your hobbies? What kind of music do you listen? What kind of sport do you like? In general, what kind? We can use it for many things, like what kind of food do you like? What kind of movies do you like, right? Etc., etc. And this is very basic, and we know this. Just to check very quickly how to make some present simple questions. So when we introduce ourselves or when we talk to each other, right? We ask question with the present simple for introducing ourselves. And so the way to do that is with the help of do or does, right? So do you work, I don't know, in finance? Do you work in finance, for example, right? We know this very well, right? And then we have all these WH words that can be very useful. Just quickly, I would like to check with you to give some examples. So I would like maybe starting from Pariati, give me an example with a who question.
Who?
Who?
Who is your sister?
Who is your sister? Nice. Who is your sister? Is there anyone here that have a sister? No? No? Annie, do you have a sister?
I have two sisters.
So who is your sister? Can you tell me her name?
The first, her name is Tika, and
Tika.
second daughter, her name is Dini.
Dini, okay,
Yes.
thank you. So then maybe we can go with Raisa, a question with what?
What do you do recently?
What do you do recently? First, maybe better, what did you do recently?
Yes,
Something
yes.
like, something, what do you want to ask, for example?
Activities that someone do yesterday.
Right, some activity, maybe some activity. Let me share with the class by chat. No, maybe you can write it down, Raisa. What did you do recently? To give an example to the chat, to the class. Okay, so what did you do recently? Maybe Anisa, what did you do recently?
What?
What did you do recently?
Oh, I just joined this class.
Okay. Yeah. So
It's a reason, big reason.
so Anisa, when we talk about recently, it's not really right now, but actually the class, you've been doing the class in the past weeks. So you can say recently I've been doing this class, right? Is okay, but it's not, just want to point out that it's not right now. Recently it's not right now. It's something that is going on for a few days in the past, for example. Okay, Nuraini, can you give me a question with when?
When do you go to school? When do you go to school recently?
When do you go to school?
Last.
Okay. So, last time you want to ask.
Yes.
When did you go to school last time? When was last time that you went to school? So there are several ways, but yes, I think it's been very long time that everyone, no one could go to school for COVID. So next question, Helma, are you there?
Yes, Mister.
Helma, I don't see you. I'm so sad. You can make a question with where.
Where? Where do you come from?
Where do you come from? Very easy. I come from Rome, Italy. What about you, Elma?
I come from North Sumatra, Mister.
I come from. So you can choose two options. I am from, right? Or I come from. You don't put them together. Okay.
Mr. Leo, I heard that Miss Helma just come from Mars.
No,
there
no.
is no.
I come from Earth.
From where?
Earth, not Mars.
Not Mars, another
Oh,
planet.
the Earth. The Earth.
The Earth, the planet Earth. I see. I mean, there's nothing to be ashamed of coming from Mars. Don't worry. So then why? Why? Maybe Mr. Suardi? An example of question with why?
Why do you always look sad?
Why do you always look sad?
Why do you always look sad?
Is there anyone in the class that always looks sad? Would you like to, is there anyone? No, let's say no, I don't think so. Maybe Miss Putri, you always look sad, Miss Putri, why?
Yeah, because you are so far away, Mister.
That's why, that's why. Thank you, Miss Putri.
Just kidding, boss.
Sure. Just kidding. I'm very sad.
No, no, it's true, it's true.
So, hello, Boyke. Just join.
Yeah, he just joined. I think you need to explain a little bit more.
Yeah. So we are just making some examples with WH question words. So Boyke, could you give us an example of question with how? With how? Your microphone. Boyke, we don't hear you.
Hello?
No, now yes?
Can you hear now?
Yes.
How many times are you going to the school?
How many times are you going to school? For example, how many times a week are you going to school? Usually, so in Italy, kids usually go 5 times per week. In certain case, 6, but usually 5. What about Indonesia?
I think it's the same from Monday until Friday. Yes.
Right. Certain times in Italy we go also on a Saturday. It depends on the school, but I don't like that kind of school. Okay, so last 2 questions. How often, maybe Annie? How often?
How often do you watching television?
Okay, so here, since it's something that is routine, we just need to use the present. So how often do you watch television? Right? There is no need of watching, right? How often do you watch television? I never watch television. I don't know about you. Sometimes though I watch Netflix. So I don't know if it does count. Okay. And last one, how much? Maybe Pariati?
Miss Nuraini.
Nuraini.
Miss Pariati. No, Miss Nuraini. Didn't have any chance. Sorry.
Which one? Miss
Nuraini.
Nuraini.
Miss Nuraini. Yes.
Nuraini, how much? Oh, we cannot hear you, Nuraini. That's strange. I don't hear you. I can see that you're unmuted.
Yeah, we don't hear you. I think you have to join the speaker first, I guess. Because
we spoke together before.
Like this?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. How much do you spend your money for going to the market?
For going to the?
Market.
To the market. So we can say more simply, maybe, how much do you spend at the market? How much do you spend at the market?
Yes. How
At the
much
market.
do you spend at the market?
How much do you usually spend at the market?
Yes.
Okay. Okay, great question. Great question. Okay, so just to refresh our mind about this, then you remember we were studying some sentences like a native in the previous lessons, right? And so there was this question that I like it. What brings you to Jakarta, for example? Can anyone give me the meaning of this? What brings you to Jakarta? What's the meaning? What brings you to Rome? What brings you to Korea? What brings you to Bali? Anyone that know the meaning of this? No, really? Anisa, any feeling? Any gut feeling about the meaning of this?
I don't know.
You don't know? What about, so what brings you to? So bring, what is the meaning of bring? No clue? No clue? Raisa, let's see Raisa. Thank you, Anisa. No, don't do like this, Raisa. So what brings you to here? What brings you to Jakarta? So to bring, right? To bring, do you know to bring, right? Raisa, can you tell us to bring in Bahasa?
To bring, membawa. Benar nggak Miss Putri maksudnya?
Is
Yeah,
that
to
right?
bring
Miss
itu
Putri?
membawa.
Okay. So we are looking for what reason are you here? You know, what reason is bringing you here in Jakarta? For what reason are you here? So what brings you to Jakarta? Because I work for, I don't know, Jakarta's company. I don't know any famous company in Jakarta, but okay, or because I work for the Indonesian government, right? Or what brings you here to Jakarta? Because I teach English in I don't know, South Jakarta, right? Something like that. Okay. Second, what kind of place do you live in? Okay, this is easy because we have the example here. It is an apartment, a house, a dormitory, etc. So what kind of place, right? Again, what kind? What's your place like? Do you know the meaning of what's your place like? What's your place like?
The situation and condition.
The situation and condition, right? Here we are kind of asking you to describe your place in some way, to describe. So how would you answer, Boyke? What's your place like?
Where I live in a duplex house.
Sorry, you live in?
Duplex house.
Okay, but maybe you can say something more about like, my place is very nice. It's you know, you can give more description because you know they want to know what it looks like. What it looks like.
The situation, right? Maybe.
Yeah, it's situational, but also the look, the condition. You said, well, there are many. So, for example, what's the class like? If I ask what's the class like, I might say, yeah, there are some chairs. It's very clean, you know. Or if I'm referring to the lessons, right? What are the lessons like? The lessons are very boring, or the lessons are very funny, right? Very interesting. So it's asking for a description. So how do you like living here or there? What about this? This is easy, right? Can you tell me the meaning of this? How do you like living here? Let's see, maybe I can ask Helma. Helma, what do you think? How do you like living here?
Not sure, Mister, but I
Hmm.
will try.
Yes,
I
we are
guess
trying.
a thing make we interest to living there.
Can you repeat? Sorry, Helma, I couldn't hear you.
A thing, a things make we interested living there.
Okay, okay. Things that make you interested in living there. Okay, it's actually here just asking kind of, do you like to live here in a certain sense, but what do you like about living here, right? I like to live here. So how do you like? I like it very much because Jakarta is very hot. I love that, etc., etc. So how do you like is similar to kind of, how you doing, right? How you doing? Very native sound. And how do you like is asking mainly, do you like to live there? And in which way do you like it? Okay, so where are you from originally? This we know, right? Originally. For example, if I live in Jakarta, you can ask me, where are you from originally? I'm from Rome, right? But maybe I was born in Rome and I've been living all my life in Jakarta, right? So I look Indonesian, but maybe you can notice that I'm a bit strange. So where are you from originally? I've been living all my life here, but I'm originally from Rome, something like that. Then how do you like living here? Actually, two times the same, sorry. So is there anyone special in your life? Do you know this one? This is very useful. Is there anyone special in your life? What's the meaning of this? Nuraini, you're muted. But we cannot hear you anyway, sorry, like before.
Yes.
Now yes.
Yes, there is someone special in my life.
What's the meaning? What's the meaning, Nuraini?
Ada in Indonesia orang spesial dalam hidup.
Okay, the Indonesian. But so, what's the translation, Miss Putri? So.
The translation, someone who really meaningful to me is Nuraini.
All right, very meaningful.
Special.
Usually it's your husband or your, boyfriend or your girlfriend or your wife.
Someone special in my life, and
So
my mom also.
Right, but usually this is kind
like
of
your mom.
So this is kind of a question if I want to understand, right? If you're free, right, available, is there anyone special in your life? Just to check. And then what kinds of things interest you? This is about your interest, very easy. Okay, just keep in mind that native will use this kind of sentences, right? We know this, very simple, but then we can find some very strange sentences like this, right? That are very native-like, and we should know the meaning. Okay, so also let's back to hobbies. You remember like, love, enjoy, dislike, and hates, right? I like to play soccer. I love running and doing exercises. I love to use I love, actually. I enjoy cooking for my family. I dislike doing the dishes. She hates doing the laundry. Okay, very easy. I think you remember them all. Okay, actually now I would like to try this. We never tried to watch a video together, very short video. Let's try, it's an experiment. I think should work. Miss Putra, is that okay for you if I play a video in share screen?
Sure.
I think should work also with the audio. So let me first of all open the video. Stop share. So okay, share screen, share sound. Okay, but wait 1 second, sorry. Okay, yes, like this. Okay, so we have this video. self-introduction. Oh, wait, I have to, sorry again, I have to remember to share also the sound, very important. Okay, we have, the title is A Perfect 30-Second Self-Introduction in English, okay? So the challenge here for you is to understand what she's saying, because she will explain to you how to make a perfect self-introduction, okay? Please tell me if the sound is clear. Okay, if the sound is not clear, we can watch by ourselves, or we will see. So, no, I start, tell me if it's okay with the audio, okay? Because we could have some trouble. Okay, let's see.
Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. This is Kathy. Previously, we chatted about how to introduce yourself in a job interview. Today, we're going to talk about how to just introduce yourself in English. Hey everyone, my name's Kathy. I'm from Beijing. I was born in China and I moved around quite a bit. In the past few years, I lived in France, Colorado, California, and Chicago. I work in marketing for a FMCG company. In my spare time, I love doing yoga. I love going on hikes. I'm very excited to be here and I look forward to meeting everyone in person. The first step, of course, is to greet someone. You can say, hello, hi, hey, what's up? Depending on how casual you want to be. Secondly, you're going to introduce your name. You can either say, my name is ... my name's Kathy, or I am ... I'm Kathy. Thirdly, we often introduce our geographical location. For example, I can say, I'm from Beijing, I'm from China, or I can say, I'm Chinese. Not living in the place where you're from, you can say, I'm originally from Beijing, but now I live in California.
I'm originally from Beijing. You remember, originally.
Or you can say, I grew up in Beijing, but I moved to California. Step number 4, add where you work or study. If you're a student, you can say, I'm from UCLA, and then you can add your major. I'm an econ major, or I major in econ. If you're already a working professional, you can say, I work for Google in the marketing department. In a lot of situations, we want to keep it general. We don't want to tell everyone where we work at. So you can just say, I'm in marketing. Or you can say, I'm in sales. I'm in banking. And depending on the context, right? If you're in a conference, you can add a little bit of your working experience in there. You can say, I've been in marketing for 10 years. I've been in investment banking for over 8 years. Step number 5, feel free to add a little bit of your family information in there, but keep it general. You can say, I have a sister and she also lives in California. My parents are back home in Beijing. If you have kids, you can say, I have a daughter and she's 5. That's really cute. People love hearing little cute details like that. Or you can say, I have a dog. His name is Taco. Step number 6, a great icebreaker is to share a fun fact about you, or you might be asked to share your hobby. It's a great chance to show who you are as a person outside your working environment, so feel free to say whatever you like. For example, you can say, I have 3 dogs and in my spare time, I work for a dog shelter. If you finish watching this video, please share a fun fact about you with us and share your comment down below.
Okay, so here we are. You could see, very basic information, but also wanted to make some listening and to see some, native speakers, no, not native speakers, but native speakers like introduction. Okay, so let me come back to our presentation. Is there anyone that would like to give a comment on the video? What you understand from the video? Is there any information that you would like to share with your class about the video?
The speaking is very fast, sir.
Sure, her speaking was very fast. There were subtitles, right? There were subtitles. You can read the subtitles, of course. I know it's very fast, don't worry. So she was saying that there are several things to do, right? For first point, to greet, right? Hello, what's up? According to the level of, if I'm at work, if I'm at school, if I'm with my friends, right? Then, of course, talking about where are you from, right? Is there anything that you would like to tell about this video? Like, no, nothing?
Maybe she speak very fast, a little bit.
Sure. That's
Just does it. It's very clear.
that's the comment. Okay, great. So I hope we can take back something, even though it was very fast. I would like now to ask you, actually, to write your own presentation before moving to today's exercise. So I would like to be a presentation about 150 words, but it's not really important, just to give you a length, and important to talk about yourself, but also about your family a bit briefly, right? Talk about your interests, and also talk about your goals and dreams. One thing that she said, that it would be nice in your self-introduction to share a funny story about you, or an interesting short story about you, right? Something interesting about you. For example, in my case, for you, something interesting could be, I've been traveling Indonesia for 2 months, right? So it's something interesting for you. Anything. So I would like to give you maybe, I don't know, what do you think, Ms. Putri, for writing this self-introduction? Maybe
it takes
just
about like 5 minutes.
5 minutes? Yeah, I
It's too much.
would like, yeah. Yeah, I think 5 minutes, but if you are
Because
done
they
already.
need to think first.
Yeah, I would like you to write a nice self-introduction, because then we can use it in the next part of today's exercise, okay? So let's go. You can write it down on paper, on a document, Word document is okay, no problem. So think about, again, about 150 words. These 3 points are the most important. Then you can think about other things. Okay? Do you have any question? Self-introduction, standard. So please write a nice self-introduction, and when you're done, you can raise your hand so I can see who's done, or you can write it in the chat. So time's going. And if you have any question, I'm always here, okay?
Good luck.
Mr. Leo, can I tell about myself?
Mr. Swardi, you're done with the presentation? You're
Yes.
finished? Okay, no, just
I don't write it, sir. I don't write it. Just about myself.
But please try to write something. Just try to write something, some at least notes or some self-introduction, because we can use it later. For now, we are not going to introduce ourselves, but we will use it later for an exercise. Okay?
Yes.
So we are still have 1 minute and 20 seconds to go. Bit more, maybe. So how are we doing? Still long? What do you think? I can see still everyone writing.
Everyone is so focused.
Yeah. I'm
Awesome.
scared to stop the time.
I know, right?
Okay, I think another few seconds and then we will stop. Anyway, don't worry, it doesn't have to be full.
It's 5 minutes already? Wow, time flies.
Really? Let's wait until 50 at this point. Okay, so let's stop. I'm sorry. I hope you had the chance to write enough. Everyone's back. It's okay, don't worry. This is more for you and that will help you for the next exercise. So next exercise will be 3 people self-introduction. So I would like you to, I will choose 3 people. One person introduce himself, and then 2 people will ask question about that person. So for example, I say, Mr. Suardi will introduce himself. Mr. Suardi says, I'm Mr. Suardi, I'm 27 years old and I'm a teacher.
Yes, sir.
For example, wait a second, Suardi, yes. So you can introduce yourself, not reading what you wrote, but trying to say it, right? Trying to say it. You don't have to read.
I'm introduced.
So we have this person, okay, for example, Mr. Suardi will introduce, and then I will call other 2 people, and I would like those 2 people to ask each other about Mr. Suardi.
The voice is not clear, sir.
No?
Or I don't know what I'm going to do.
Okay. Once I will repeat. So, Mr. Suardi, you will, for example, introduce yourself. Then
introduce myself, sir. Okay.
Then I will tell, Boike and Pariati, please ask each other about Suardi. And so, for example, Boike will say, how old is Mr. Suardi? And Pariati will say, Mr. Suardi is X years old. And then Pariati will ask a question back to Boike. what does he do for a living? And then Bogey will say, Mr. Suardi is a teacher, okay? Something like that. I would like to do something like that. So while Mr. Suardi is talking, you all should really try to listen carefully, right? Write down key information to remember. Okay, is it clear? Is it clear? Is it clear? I can see something.
So it have to be 3% in the 3 people inside here.
Right,
The conversation.
But I will not say, I will not tell the other 2 people until Mr. Sward is done with the introduction, I think, so that everyone must listen very carefully.
I'm Swardi. I'm 53 years old, and I'm a teacher.
Okay, you can tell maybe something more, Mr. Swardi, about yourself. Something like, for example, going back to this, instruction. For example, you can tell
I'm ready.
Very quick about your family, very quickly, and also talking about your interests and maybe your goals and dreams, something like that. So very short, but that gives some interesting information.
Okay, sir. I'm Swardi. I'm 30 years old, and now I'm living in Brau. Before living in Brau, I lived in South Sulawesi because I was born there, and I finished all my education in South Sulawesi. After graduating in university, so I moved to Brau. And the first time I moved in Brau, I'm going to work in a company, but in a company so difficult to work there. So I was a teacher at the time. I applied for a teacher, and for 3 years, for 7 years, I was teaching at the school. I mean at SMK 1, and then I was a leader of the school for 5 years. After that, I moved to office until now. And about my goal in my life, so I'm going to be a writer of many books because I like writing, especially for English for children, for elementary school.
Great.
Yes.
Okay, great, Mr. Swardi. We had quite a long history for the job and education. So let's see what the other students will say about it. Ani and Anisa. So let's see, Ani and Anisa. What question can you ask, Ani?
First, who, Mister?
So to Anisa.
Mr. Suwardi, wait, what are your hobbies?
Okay, Anisa, actually, so sorry, Annie, can you wait? I will. Yeah, is your microphone, Annie? If you can mute in the meantime, sorry. Sometimes there is some of interference. Okay, so Anisa, Mr. Swardi spoke, and he told many information. Now I would like you to ask Annie something about what Mr. Swardi said. So for example, you were talking about hobbies. The question could be to Annie, what hobbies does Mr. Swardi have, for example? Something like that. But Mr. Swardi, I don't think spoke about hobbies in his self-introduction. So it would be very hard for Annie to answer that, right? So you should try to find a question that fit Mr. Swardi's introduction.
Okay. Miss Annie. Okay. Miss Annie, where Mr. Suwardi live now?
Very hard.
I think Mr. Suwardi is now is Brau,
Yeah.
Sulawesi.
Okay, now I stop you both for a second. Annie, can you turn off the microphone? Okay, great, thank you. So, Anissa, where does Mr. Suwardi live? Where does Mr. Suwardi live? Present simple question form, where does? And then Annie, he lives, right? In, because it's a third person. So we need to put the S. Okay, now Annie, you can ask a question to Anissa.
I want to ask Anissa, what is the goal? What is the goal?
Yeah.
What is Mr. Suwardi's goal?
From I said before, correct me if I wrong. I heard that he wants to going to be a writer.
Okay, he wants to be a writer. Just that. He wants to be a writer.
Okay.
Because otherwise you can say he's going to be a writer. He's going to be, but we are not sure. Maybe he's sure. So, but yeah, it's better. He wants to be a writer. He's his wants, he's his goal, he's his dream, right? Okay, great. Okay, thank you very much. Now maybe I will ask Raisa to introduce yourself. So everyone pays attention.
Okay, hi everyone. I'm Raisa. I was born and lived in Jakarta, Indonesia. I've never moved to anywhere since I was born. I'm 15 years old. Right now, I'm a student in lab school, junior high school. In my spare time, I prefer to take a rest than doing an activities. I have an older brother. He's majoring in industrial engineering. I ever had a Persian cat, but he's run away from home. Done. That's it.
Okay. You had a Persian cat, but he ran away from home. I see. Very interesting part. Okay, so about Raisa, let's see. Maybe I can ask at this point Nuraini and Pariati.
Okay.
So Pariati, do you have any question for Nuraini about Raisa's introduction?
Nuraini, how old is Raisa?
That is 15 years old.
Okay, Raisa, is that correct? 15?
Yes, I'm 15.
Okay, I see. I didn't know. Okay, and okay, now Nuraini to Pariati. We cannot hear you again. Okay.
Where did Miss Raisa study?
Okay, where did Miss Raisa study? Okay, so in the past. Annie, do you remember? There were many
Miss
information.
Raisa studied in Jakarta.
Pariati, sorry. Yes, Miss Raisa studied in Jakarta. That's a clever, right? That's a clever answer because she's always been in Jakarta. So we cannot be wrong, right? Okay, great. So I will ask now a question to both Pariati and Nuraini. Okay, so you can answer about Raisa's introduction. Where is Raisa's Persian cat? Where is Raisa's Persian cat right now?
Persian cat?
Persian cat is a type of cat. Where is Raisa's cat? Do you remember? She was telling about the last part of her introduction was about her cat. No, you don't know? Okay. Anyone heard that part? Do you know where?
Away from home.
Away from home, right? Away from home. We don't know where. He's lost. She is lost. It is lost. Okay, great. Thank you. Now, maybe Boyke, you would like to introduce yourself?
Okay. Hello, everyone. My name is Boyke. I was born in Bandung, West Java. I have a boy and one daughter. I've been working in telco company in Indonesia for 13 years in a sales department. My hobby is cycling and traveling to another country out of Indonesia. My last traveling is my last traveling from South Korea in 2000 December. I think so.
Okay, thank you, Boyke. Let's see, maybe Helma and Anisa, forever pair.
Forever there.
So Boyke said some interesting things about himself, many things. So not easy to remember them all. I already forgot. But so, Anis and Helma, do you have a question for each other? Maybe starting from Helma?
Yes, Mister.
Hmm.
What what are Mr. Boyke hobbies?
What are Mr. Boyke's hobbies? Anisa?
I forgot.
You forgot, okay. Maybe Mr. Boyke, you can help Anisa.
My hobby is cycling and traveling.
Okay, so Anisa, let's do it again. Helma to Anisa.
What are Mr. Boyke hobbies?
Okay. Mr. Boyke hobbies are cycling and traveling.
Okay, great. We can also say very simply, you know, Mr. Boyke likes to travel and enjoys to cycling.
Okay.
Okay, Anisa to Helma.
Where does Mr. Boyke do for a living?
Okay, so
Would you repeat
again? Where does Mr. Boyke do for a living?
Okay, I think here, Anisa, we are mixing up two different kind of questions, I think. I'm not sure. So one is, where do you live? And one is, what do you do for a living?
What he do for a living?
So what does he do for a living? What does he do for a living was correct.
Yeah.
Can you repeat? What
Me or Miss
does...
Nisa?
No, Anisa, I'm trying. Anisa, repeat with me. What does he do?
What does he do for a living?
Exactly. Helma?
Mr. Boyke do a work of PLN.
Mr.
Boyke work.
Right. Okay, for
But
sure.
I forgot. He explained about his job or not.
Yes, he briefly explained. Boyke, again, can you tell us what do you do for a living? Mr. Boyke?
Yes, sorry, my connection is bad.
Sorry. What do you do for a living? They're asking.
Where I work in a telco company.
You work for a company. Which kind of company? Sorry.
Telco company.
Telco company. So telecommunication.
Yes.
Okay. So Helma, would you like to say again the answer? So Mr. Boyke?
Mr. Boyke do no. Mr. Boyke works in telecom company.
Great, exactly. We use just works. Okay, great. Okay, I think everyone had the chance for this. Now, actually, I would like to move to another kind of game. This is a chain activity, and I would like to see who will last longer. This is very hard, though, I think, very hard. So you can take notes to do this. I think you can take notes. So please write down, otherwise you will forget. And so here we will play a chain. Chain, do you know what a chain it is, right? A chain. And so, for example, I start and I say one thing about myself. For example, hi, I'm Leonardo. I grew up in Rome. Actually, let's use the example here. So student 1, hi, I'm Jen. I grew up in Vancouver. Then student 2 will say, that's Jen. That is Jen. That's Jen. She grew up in Vancouver. Okay, we have to change the subject, right? Because I'm introducing someone else. She grew up in Vancouver. And then you say something about yourself. I'm Mike. I'm interested in hip hop music. Then student 3, that's Jen. She grew up in Vancouver. That's Mike. He's interested in punk music. Okay, here she got it wrong, but it's okay, right? He said I'm interested in hip hop. She got it wrong, but it's okay. Just keep going if you don't remember, right? And then you say something about yourself. I'm Sam. I want to be a lawyer someday. And we keep going like that. I don't think we will be able to say many, but if we write down and we help each other, we can do it. So I will start. No, maybe let's start with one of you anyway. Let's start with Annie.
Hi, my name is Ani Devyani. I am 30 years old.
Liza?
That's Annie. She is 30 years old. I'm Raisa. I enjoy K-pop.
Hip hop.
K-pop.
Ah,
Yes,
okay.
yes.
Nuraini? We don't hear you, Nuraini.
That's Annie. Her old is 15 years. And that's Raisa. He's interested in K-pop.
She's interested in K-pop.
Yes. And I'm Nuraini, and I'm a teacher.
Okay, Pariati, is your turn. Starting to get hard.
That's Ani. 13.
30?
30.
She's very young.
30 years old. And Raisa is 15 years old.
Okay.
She interested K-pop. And Nuraini, I forget.
So Nuraini, she's a teacher.
Oh, Nuraini, she's a teacher. And
so I'm Pariati.
And I'm Pariati. I want to be a good teacher.
What kind of teacher? Sorry, Pariati?
Good teacher.
A good teacher. Okay. Boyke, can you do it? Here's a memory test. Not the English anymore. Memory test at this point.
That's Annie. She is 30 years old. That's Raisa. She likes K-pop music.
Okay.
That's Nuraini. She's a teacher.
Great.
That's a Pariati. She wants to be a good teacher. I'm Boyke. I want to be a good entrepreneur.
Good entrepreneur. Okay, great. Starting to get very hard. Mr. Suardi, can you remember?
I don't remember all the name. I
Yeah.
only remember Mr. Burger.
Okay, let's try. Let's try. So first one was that's Annie.
That's Annie. She is a teacher.
Okay, she's a teacher. That's true, I think. Then that's Raisa.
I don't know, Raisa.
Okay, I think, Mr. Swardi, we failed. So at this point, let's start again. Let's start again. Let's start again the chair.
I forgot their names.
Too many. So Mr. Swardi, you start again. Okay, so I am Mr. Sward.
I'm Swadi. I grew up in South Sulawesi.
Okay, great. Anisa?
Okay. First, that's Annie. She's 30 years old.
No, actually, Anisa, we just started again with Mr. Swardi.
Okay, that's
Yes.
Mr. Swardi. He born at Sulawesi.
He was born.
Oh, he was born.
Mm-hmm.
He was born at Sulawesi. And I'm Anissa. I like listening to Westlife, Michael Learns to Rock, and Kahitna.
Thank you, Anissa, for the very hard time. Helma.
Miss Anissa very low.
Yes.
Very old music. I know, right?
You have to be smart here, Helma,
Yes.
to find alternative ways. So start with the that's
Okay.
Swardi, right?
That's Swardi. He is grew up in South Sulawesi. That's Anissa. She is like listening Westlife. And I think Kahitna.
Yeah.
And I am Helma. I like listening pop music and I like dog and I like
One thing
color.
about yourself. You like dog. That's one
Yes.
thing. Okay. Annie?
That's Swardi, Mr. Swardi. He's grow up from South Sulawesi. That's Anissa. He likes listening with life and Kahitna. Then that's Helma. She's like listening pop music and dog.
Okay. And what about you, Annie?
And I am Annie. I am a teacher.
Okay. Raisa? With your mute? Oh.
So first, Mr. Swardi, he grew up in South Sulawesi. And then Miss Anissa, she likes to listening to Westlife. The third is Miss Helma. She likes listening to pop and she likes dog. The fourth, Miss Annie, she's a teacher. And I'm Raisa. I enjoy K-pop.
Okay. Sorry, Raisa, I will stop you here. Just one thing. So we either choose to listen or listening, right? When we say, I like listening to music or I like to listen to the music, for example, right? It's either one, right? We don't mix. So to listen or listening. Pretty similar, the meaning of those. Okay. Now, with my interruption, I don't know if Nuraini will be able to remember. Let's try. Otherwise, we start again.
Wardi. He grew up in South Sulawesi. And the second is Miss Anissa. He like listening Westlife and Kahitna music. And Miss Helma, she like to play with her dog, and she like to listen pop music. And Miss Annie, she's a teacher. And after Miss Annie,
It's you.
Miss Raisa.
Oh, it's
The-
Raisa.
Miss
Yeah,
Raisa.
Miss Raisa.
Miss Raisa, she enjoyed to listening K-pop music.
Oh, okay,
Yes,
okay, great.
K-pop
Very
music.
iron memory. Iron memory for Nuraini. But Raisa, did you said K-pop music, the last one, or was different?
Same. I said K-pop.
K-pop.
K-pop music.
I forgot. Nuraini did better than me. Okay.
I know,
Okay.
right?
Just one thing, Nuraini, pay attention. She, right? She. You said he, I think, referring
She.
to Helma or to Anisa, I don't remember, but she, right?
She. Yes.
Of course, we have many things to think about in this case, so it's not easy, right, to always follow the rules. Okay, let's try this time with some more interesting facts about us. Not like I'm a teacher. We can say some more strange things. Just one more round saying strange thing. For example, I will start and I will say the classic thing again, that I'm Leonardo and I've been traveling Indonesia for 2 months. Okay, Pariati?
Hi, I'm Pariati.
Oh, actually, you have to talk about me first.
Oh,
That's Leonardo, right?
that's Mr. Leonardo. She's live in.
So actually, Pariati, I'm he, right?
I forget.
Okay, so I said I've been traveling in Indonesia for 2 months. So we can say maybe simply like Mr. Leonardo traveled Indonesia for 2 months.
Mr. Leonardo in.
Travel, right? Traveled.
Mr. Leonardo travel in big town 2 months.
In Indonesia, 2 months.
In Indonesia 2 months.
And what about you, Pariati? Something interesting?
I live in Jakarta when I was born.
Okay, so I was born in Jakarta, or
I was born in Jakarta.
maybe we can say like this. So when you were young, so you've been in Jakarta. Okay, Swardi?
Yes, sir. Miss Parati was born in Jakarta.
So I'm not a student, so no one talk about me. What about me? I was the first one.
Okay. I forgot, sir. Mr. Leonardo is travels in Indonesia.
Right.
And Miss Parati was born in Jakarta.
What about?
I'm Swardi travels in listening someone speaking.
I don't understand. Swardi, can you repeat?
I don't understand. I sometimes don't understand if someone speaks.
Okay. Okay. Boyke?
Yes. That's Leonardo. He traveled in Indonesia for 2 months. That Pariati, she was born in Jakarta. That Mr. Swardi, sometimes he never understand about people say or someone else. Someone say.
Right. Sometimes he doesn't understand someone speaking, right? Great. Okay, we can try last one after Boyke. Let's try again with Ani, I guess.
Mr. Boyke can explain
Right. You didn't say about you, Mr. Boyke.
I'm Boyke. I really like cycling and traveling.
Okay. Ani?
Well, he is Mr. Leonardo.
Mm.
He traveled in Jakarta for 2 months, and then she is Mr. Pariyati. He was born in Jakarta, and then he is Mr. Swardi. He sometimes he can understand to other people speak, and then he is Mr. Boyke. He like cycling and traveling. And then I am Ani. I live in Jakarta since 2019. Yeah, yes, I am Ani.
2019.
Yeah, 2019.
So not very long time ago.
Yes.
2019?
Yes.
2019. 2019.
2019.
2019? You was born in 2019?
No.
2019.
She was living in. She started living in Jakarta.
Oh, she started living in Jakarta. I'm sorry. I'm not focused yet.
Too tired, Miss Putri. Let's go to sleep.
Oh, hungry.
So, did you have already had dinner? Did you already have dinner in
Yeah, within
Indonesia?
30 minutes, I think.
Okay.
6 o'clock.
You will have. Okay. So, anyway, okay, done for this activity. For the homework, before actually the homework, I would like to ask you, so from today's lesson, is there any sentence that you remember that you would like to bring back home, right? That you would like to remember? Is there any sentence that you would like to remember? So for example, here we had some kind of like yourself, introduce yourself like a native, this kind of sentences. Is there any of these that you would like to remember well, that you like it especially, that you remember the meaning?
Originally.
Can you repeat, Boyke?
Originally.
Originally, right?
Yes.
Where are you from originally? Where are you from originally? She was speaking and she was saying, I'm originally from Shanghai, but I live in Beijing, right? Beijing. I'm originally from Beijing, but I've been living in California for, right, I don't know how many years, right? So what brings you to something? Do you understand this right now? Did you get this? So for example, if I meet Ani in Jakarta and I say, Ani, what brings you to Jakarta? What Ani will say?
I live in Jakarta because I am civil servant, a teacher in one of elementary school here.
Okay, great. And for example, Pariyati, can you ask me this question to me? Can you ask it to me?
What's bringing you to Indonesia?
Bro, what brings you to Indonesia? I'm just traveling. It's for holidays. Okay, so it's the reason why we are somewhere. And so, for example, if I ask, let's see, to Helma, how do you like living in Jakarta?
It's a house.
Can you repeat, Helma?
A house.
A house, okay. Maybe that more like what kind of place do you live in? I live in a house, right?
I live in a house.
But here I'm asking you more like, how do you like living here? It's more like, do you like living in Jakarta? How do you like living in Jakarta?
Because I meet my best friend there.
So you love it, you like it?
Yes, and I hope one day I meet my mate there.
Meet where?
My mate.
Ah, your man in Jakarta. Okay,
Who
okay.
knows?
Who knows? Okay, great. And so if I ask you, Helma, is there anyone special in your life? What's your answer?
Yes, there. It's my parents.
Ah, okay, your parents. So perhaps this kind of question you would say, ah, no, there's not. If it is the man that you're looking for is asking you this, right? Is there anyone special in your life? Then you should say, no, there is no one. I'm waiting
Mr.
for you.
Leonardo, on the way.
On the way, right?
Ongoing.
Okay, so
Mr. Leo, Miss Helma already have one, you know.
Ah, really?
Yes.
Ah, she's.
I will let you know about the initial. Okay, Leo. Just kidding. Just kidding.
I'm very flattered. Very flattered. Okay. Anyway, we got few minutes left. So homework. This time, some kind of different homework from the usual. Have a call in English with your partner. Okay, if it's possible. I hope we don't have technical problems about this. Maybe Miss Putri can confirm me later. But anyway, my idea is to ask you to have a call. Okay, so maybe on WhatsApp, for example, you have a call with your partner, so you pair, and can be phone, can be Zoom, can be Skype, can be WhatsApp, etc. And please record the call if it's possible, so that you can send it to me as homework. And I would like you to start from introducing yourself. So, hello, Annie, I'm Leonardo, blah, 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 blah. And then move to more interesting questions. So with the help of the slides, maybe you can ask this kind of questions again, or you can ask other questions that you're interested in, and you make an English conversation so that we can start to, practice it, also conversation, while we are not having lesson. Okay? Is it fun, this kind of homework? Is it okay? Are you scared to speak in English at the phone with your schoolmate, classmate? What do you think? Let me see. Annie's laughing, smiling. Raisa, what do you think? Is okay? Can you do that?
Maybe. I don't know.
Maybe. Okay. Anyway, thumbs up.
Piece of cake lah, come on. Even only for 1 minute, right, Mr. Leo?
Yes, I mean, the more you talk, the better it is, right, for your English. But yeah, you can do 1 minute. I will be very sad. I will receive some files 1 minute long. I will cry all night long thinking that you didn't talk much. But yeah, you can do 1 minute.
Yeah, just try.
Okay. That's everything from my side. I'll meet you on Wednesday.
Wednesday.
Any question, any feedback, anything as usual?
No, I think they're still thinking about the homework, Mr. Leo.
Yeah, they're still
because they need to find the partner.
Right.
Right?
Yes.
So probably Miss Anissa have a thought want to call you.
Right. Okay, I can pair as a partner also if you want. I'm available. You can say Miss Putri if there is anyone that would like to do the call with me, but please expect very hard questions. Okay? So anyway, see you on Wednesday.
Yeah, see you on Wednesday. Thank you very much for today. Again and again, I hope that you are enjoying the class. Thank you. Bye-bye. See you again on Wednesday.
Thank you.
Good night.
Have a good day. Have a good night.